Tonight, we bring you a story that has shocked the Philippines and drawn attention across Southeast Asia. Alice Guo, the former mayor of Bamban, north of Manila, has been sentenced to life in prison after being found guilty of overseeing a massive human trafficking operation linked to a Chinese-operated online gambling scam. The compound she managed trapped more than 700 people, including Filipinos, Malaysians, Rwandans, and Chinese nationals, who were forced to work under threat of torture. What makes this case even more extraordinary is that Guo, who posed as a Philippine citizen, was in fact a Chinese national with deep ties to wealthy business figures in China, some now facing trafficking and money laundering charges alongside her. The scale, audacity, and cross-border nature of her operation has made this one of the most closely watched criminal cases in recent Philippine history. Guo's true identity, confirmed through fingerprint analysis, revealed that she was Guo Huaping, born in Fujian Province, southeastern China, who migrated to the Philippines as a teenager. She rose quickly in politics, being elected mayor in 2022. Yet within 2 years, authorities uncovered one of the country's largest scam centers in her jurisdiction. Investigators discovered a sprawling 36-building compound, complete with offices, luxury villas, and a swimming pool, housing hundreds of victims forced into labor and extortion schemes. Guo initially denied knowledge of the facility, but records revealed that she was the president of the company owning the land. Her flight across Malaysia and Singapore before being arrested in Indonesia last September underscores the transnational complexity of the operation. The case has also raised alarming national security concerns. During hearings last May, Philippine senators questioned whether Guo was acting as a spy, gathering intelligence, or exerting influence on behalf of Beijing. A jailed Chinese ringleader of scam compounds in Southeast Asia, Shi Zhejiang, claimed Guo was an agent for China's Ministry of State Security, linking her operations to a broader network of state-backed criminal activity. Senior Philippine officials have called for further investigation into her alleged ties to Chinese intelligence. Though Guo has denied all such allegations, the combination of human trafficking, large-scale fraud, and potential espionage has made her case not only a criminal matter, but also a diplomatic and security concern for Manila and its regional partners. The sentencing on Thursday morning extended beyond Guo, with 7 other individuals receiving life imprisonment alongside her, though their identities remain confidential under Philippine law. Authorities say Guo still faces 5 additional cases, including accusations of money laundering. While Beijing has remained silent on the matter, the broader context is clear. Similar scam compounds have emerged across Southeast Asia, particularly in Cambodia and Myanmar, operated mostly by Chinese criminal networks. These compounds disproportionately target Chinese nationals while exploiting workers from multiple countries, a situation that has drawn attention from regional governments and, at times, Beijing itself. The Philippines' decisive action against Guo signals both a commitment to law enforcement and an acknowledgement of the complex transnational threats posed by these operations. The human cost of Guo's operations cannot be overstated. More than 700 people were found trapped inside the compound, living under duress while performing forced labor and participating in online scams. Victims included workers from across Southeast Asia and even China, highlighting the broad reach of this criminal network. Reports from survivors describe constant threats, restricted movement, and severe psychological pressure, painting a stark picture of the exploitation at the heart of these operations. The Philippine authorities' ability to uncover the scam was triggered by a single escapee who managed to alert law enforcement. This case, therefore, underscores the vulnerability of migrant workers in Southeast Asia to transnational criminal enterprises that operate in the shadows, often protected by layers of bureaucracy, corruption, and international borders. Guo's arrest in Indonesia and subsequent extradition to the Philippines exemplify the challenges faced by regional law enforcement. Human trafficking and cross-border scams require coordinated action among multiple jurisdictions, often complicated by political sensitivities, legal differences, and questions of nationality. Guo had claimed to be a Philippine citizen, but her true identity as a Chinese national, Guo Huaping, was confirmed through fingerprint analysis. The revelation not only fueled speculation about espionage, but also complicated diplomatic responses. Senior officials in Manila emphasized the need for vigilance against criminal criminal networks that leverage nationalities and cross-border connections to evade justice. Her case now serves as a model for regional cooperation in addressing these multifaceted crimes. Beyond the legal and humanitarian dimensions, Guo's case has significant implications for security and intelligence concerns. Allegations that she was acting as a spy on behalf of China's Ministry of State Security, though denied by Guo, have heightened awareness of potential intelligence threats embedded within criminal enterprises. Southeast Asia has increasingly become a hotspot for foreign-operated scam centers, many linked to wealthy Chinese businessmen and organized networks. Philippine investigators and security officials argue that cases like Guo's illustrate how economic crime, human trafficking, and potential espionage can intersect, creating complex scenarios that challenge both law enforcement and diplomatic channels. Analysts suggest that future operations will need to combine criminal investigation with intelligence gathering to prevent similar abuses. The broader pattern of Chinese-operated scam centers in Southeast Asia shows the scale of the challenge. In countries like Cambodia, Myanmar, and the Philippines, compounds have been discovered where workers are coerced into illegal operations, often under threats of violence or imprisonment. Recent raids, including one of the largest in Myanmar, were conducted after years of pressure from China to enforce stronger law enforcement measures. The prevalence of these networks has triggered debates about the responsibility of host nations, the complicity of local officials, and the role of foreign governments in addressing criminal activity by their nationals abroad. Guo's sentencing is being viewed as a landmark moment that could strengthen regional deterrence and reinforce the need for proactive monitoring of similar operations. As Alice Guo begins her life sentence, the story leaves a complex legacy. It intertwines human suffering, transnational crime, political intrigue, and national security concerns, serving as a stark reminder of the dangers posed by criminal networks operating across borders. For the Philippines, her case represents both a victory for law enforcement and a cautionary tale of how quickly local governance can be exploited by foreign actors. For victims and policymakers alike, it emphasizes the urgent need for protective measures, international cooperation, and sustained vigilance. And for Southeast Asia as a whole, the Guo case signals a turning point, an acknowledgement that organized crime, when combined with potential espionage and human exploitation, is a challenge that no nation can address in isolation. Looking ahead, the sentencing of Alice Guo could serve as a catalyst for stronger regional coordination against human trafficking and cross-border scams. Experts suggest that this case highlights the urgent need for Southeast Asian nations to share intelligence, monitor foreign-operated enterprises, and hold complicit officials accountable. It also raises broader questions about how criminal networks exploit vulnerabilities in governance, migration, and international law. For the victims, justice in the form of Guo's life sentence offers a measure of closure, yet the trauma endured may last a lifetime. Meanwhile, authorities and policymakers are under pressure to prevent similar operations from emerging. The Guo case is more than a headline. It is a blueprint for understanding the intersection of transnational crime, human exploitation, and potential espionage, reminding the world that vigilance, transparency, and cross-border collaboration are essential in confronting these modern threats.